news, though, I did want to bring up something that really is interesting that I found. It's not in NASCAR. We're not talking about Jordan. What we're going to talk about now is Dr. Dre. Now, Dr. Dre, Kissy, is obviously going through a divorce, right? So a lot of people know about the divorce and what's going on between him and his now ex-wife. However, there have been a couple people, some old school rappers, if you will, some people who have been a little bit out of the spotlight but still want it, who have mentioned some things that I'm going to let you go and tell us a little bit more about what happened, Kissy. What's going on right now with Dr. Dre and 50 Cent?
Okay, we have to pull up the iPhone for this because this is like really interesting and I don't want anyone to miss anything. So what happened is 50 Cent, who loves pissing people off and, he's really genius. Okay, don't get it twisted. He's really genius in getting attention and keeping attention and maintaining attention and just keeping it going. Okay, so his attention thing this week is he posted a picture of a screenshot of Dr. Dre's, a title from Daily Mail of Dr. Dre's estranged wife, Nicole Young, wants $2 million in monthly support. Okay. And 50 Cent posted it with a comment saying, these BITCHESs be crazy. How do you even ask for $2 million a month? And a very surprising person showed up in 50 Cent's comments. So Truly Young, who is Dr. Dre's daughter, with his wife, Nicole, who he's now divorcing, she showed up in the comments and she said, coming from an ugly, washed up, early 2000s rapper who filed for bankruptcy, who is only envious of my family's wealth and lifestyle, have fun spending the rest of your savings on steroids. F you, okay? Like she's pissed, okay?
Oh my gosh.
To make it so bad, the girl did not end it there, okay? So Exhibit, who is an old school rapper and had the video or the show Pimp My Ride. I know everybody wanted that show because we all wanted our ride pimped and we didn't even have a car at the time,
Yeah.
So Exhibit commented like WTF, which is what you already know, okay? And Truly Young, she saw it. So she went right at it. She said, Exhibit, wow, Alvin, she called the man by his first name.
Alvin. Oh my gosh.
Celebrity by their first name that you about to go
Alvin.
in. Okay? So she said to Alvin, after everything my parents have done for you and your family, this is how you respond to a picture of my parents and I, and a quote calling my mom a B, F you. Sis went in, okay? And then she wasn't done quite yet, okay?
So she's not done?
Oh, she
just called out 50 Cent. She called out Exhibit, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Right? Exhibit.
If I ever see Exhibit, I'm gonna be like, "What up, Alvin?"
Right? Like seriously, like she has literally just uncovered the name Alvin and the Chipmunks. Like he's not a bad rapper anymore. He's just Alvin.
Right? So disrespectful.
Right.
So she goes to her stories and she says the blatant misogyny and disrespect by ignorant men that is being shown is absolutely effing disgusting and vile. Calling my mother, my dad's wife, a B is unforgivable. You have no respect for me or my siblings, and this is extremely evident. 50, your marketing schemes, you know how I said in the beginning, okay? Your marketing schemes are as low life and disgusting as you are. Okay, she going a little overboard right now.
Right.
Using a photo of my parents and I solely to gain attention for yourself exemplifies a lot of the things wrong with the world right now. You disgust me, and I can speak for women of my generation as well. You are furthering the problems. Everyone already knows that you're a D penis, okay? But you just proved it yourself.
Okay.
I was feeling her up until she went just a little too much extra on the fact that he uses things to get attention because that's what everybody does. Okay, it's marketing. And he just said, why do you think you need $2 million a month? Even if he did call her a B, I mean, I don't think he was anything that's that bad. Like 50 can say some bad things, but it wasn't that awful. But I do understand her protecting her mother though, because as a kid and as a woman in general, like we do get tired of seeing, men like, why does a woman need this and why does a woman need that? And people do fail to take for granted, how much success a man can achieve when he has a supportive woman by his side and he has consistency. So what do you think of this young lady just going clean off on Alvin and
So first of all, I have to go back to the original post because I'm thinking to myself, minus the B word, what does she need with $2 million a month? I mean, that's $24 million a year. What do you need 20? What is she, an NBA player?
She must have went through some things. I think that was back pay for what she had to deal with him. Like, I would love to really hear her calculations of why she feels she's deserving of $2 million. Like, she was with him a long time, and $2 million is a lot. Most of us would be happy to get $2 million a year from someone that was just free money. But I'm pretty sure she dealt with some things, because if she didn't deal with some things, they wouldn't be getting divorced.
Yeah, but I'm sure she's also getting something else. She's going to get some kind of assets, some kind of, something. And then on top of it, she wants consistent payment of $2 million a month. That's what it sounds like to me. And to me, I mean, no matter how much stuff you've been through, if you're gonna get something, I don't think $2 million. You got really, you really have to justify $2 million every month. I mean, how long is she gonna go? I mean, till what? Till the day she dies? I mean, that's a lot of money.
The men in the background, I can hear Kanye in the background right now singing, "We want prenup, we want prenup."
Hell yeah!
They did have a prenup, but
they did.
Dr. Dre supposedly tore it up. To prove to her that he really loved her, but
I doubt he tore it up.
Right, he tore up something in front of her, right? But
that's why she wants $2 million. That makes a lot of sense. I don't know what
you're talking about. That never happened.
That's why she wants $2 million a month. Yeah, most likely. And I don't know the actual facts here. So for those of you who are in the comments talking like, no, that's not what happened. I don't know the facts. I don't know the exact details of the divorce in regards to how much she's getting, but hopefully she gets something. I agree she deserves something. I'm not here sitting and saying she doesn't deserve anything for what she's gone through. Absolutely. Maybe $100,000 a month. I mean, I can't fathom $2 million a month for what? Like, I really want to see the calculations. Like, if I was in Dr. Dre's shoes, I'd come up with a one-time lump sum rather than a monthly. Having to pay someone monthly, like for what? If I'm paying someone $2 million a month, I'm expecting I'm making at least $10 million from that person. So I mean, you got to look at it from both angles, I agree, though. I think she needs something. Again, I don't know what the details of the prenup is, whether or not he shredded it or what. She deserves something. That's a given. And if she isn't getting a lump sum, then okay, fine. $2 million a month, I think, is fair. If she's not getting a lump sum, because the things you did mention is she's been with Dr. Dre through all of this, right? And there would be no Dre Beats by Dre, without her support. There would be no Dr. Dre without her support. I'm pretty sure of that. So, it kind of goes to like, Jeff Bezos, right? His wife is now, I'm pretty sure, one of the wealthiest women in the world. worth like 40, 50 billion dollars. And a lot of people, question like, how is she worth that much? You have to understand she supported Bezos through everything. So, it's necessary to have someone who can support you, especially with a mind like Jeff Bezos or Dr. Dre, right? You have to have somebody there. So I do believe that his wife deserves money, 100%. I do believe she deserves some of the empire because they built it together.
Yeah, it says in the Bible, when a man finds a wife, he finds what is good. He receives favor from the Lord. So what I am aware of is that when a man has continuous feminine energy, his manifestations start to quadruple. So people are not aware of that though. So they tend to discount like, oh, what did she do? Or she wasn't there, or even if she was there, they really discount it. But I think what you really made people aware of is that it is a joint deal. Like these brilliant men, they're not doing all this by themselves. Like it takes
Absolutely not.
energy and thinking, and those women do give them a lot of balance.
And just speaking from my own experience, right? Something as little as cooking dinner allows someone like Jeff Bezos or a Dr. Dre or myself to be able to further create, to be able to further invent, to be able to further, pursue and achieve our dreams and goals. And so, it sounds so simple. It's just dinner, right? But I can tell you right now, knowing that I can work all day and know I have a hot meal, come dinner time, really, really does help me, in achieving my destiny. And it sounds silly. It's just a cooked dinner, but it's true, and so I know that a lot of the things that, I believe her name is Mackenzie Bezos, and was it Nicole? It's for Dr. Dre, Nicole. I'm sure both of those ladies have done absolutely an enormous amount of things that have enabled their now ex-husbands to be the powers that they are. And like I said, it could be as simple as a dinner. It could be as simple as, cleaning the studio, for example, for Dr. Dre. After a long night, Dr. Dre's passed out. She comes in and probably cleaned up once or twice or 100 different times. Who knows? But, little things like that, I believe go a long way in terms of, what they needed, what those men needed to be successful. They needed somebody, to support them, but they needed someone, more importantly, to enable them. That's what I think it is. When you are allowed, when you're able to be enabled, and, you don't have to think about the things that your other half is so much better than you at, you are free to create. And at the end of the day, at the end of the day,
a co-creation.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. When a husband and a wife, I feel like in today's society, people don't take marriage seriously, but it is literally a partnership. You've created a partnership, and so your energies are intertwined. You know what I mean? And so when you understand that energy is working together, then, I tell people this all the time. When I see a couple and they're starting a business or a brand, or they're doing something together, I really support that. And I tell them, listen, you have the potential of really making this a super powerful venture, because it's not just one of you, it's both of you, right? There's two of you. There's two minds, two bodies. There's there's two of you putting into this, which is better than one, right? So, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you're already ahead of the guy or the girl who started their own company, but by themselves, you know?
Right.
So,
but the thing that impressed me about what you said, I'm really so glad you just said all that, because so many men do try to do everything by themselves, and then they discount the value of women. Like I see that on the internet a lot. Like men say, what do you have to offer more than sex, cooking, and cleaning? And they completely discount the things that a woman does to nurture a man. Like most men these days, they really expect a woman to just work and pay half the bills and add, as in like work, instead of just, she's a woman, she's feminine, you're supposed to be a king, she wants to nurture you, she wants to do little things for you so that you can focus and paying attention. So that's, I just think it's beautiful, like what you just said about how it's all a co-creation. And if other men really understood that, they would stop working so hard trying to build everything by themselves, because when two minds together um agree on something, it says it in the Bible, like it's going to manifest. So a lot of men don't realize your manifestations would come a lot quicker if you got married, had a wife, and actually appreciated her and valued her.
yeah, I mean,
Women need food. Women need to know that men actually do need to eat. I think that was super important.
you know, listen, and it's not to say that I don't, you know, treat her right. And I mean, I buy a lot of, you know, takeout and a lot of dinners and stuff like that to relieve her from those, you know, those duties. But she knows her duties, at least until like we're so wealthy billionaires, we've got butlers, a whole staff, and the whole nine. You know, she knows that there are sacrifices, and I am the worst cook. So like she knows I'm great at websites and funnels. So if she needs a website and funnel, she knows who she's contacting. You know, in marketing, advertising, whatever. But also, when it comes to cooking, she's the expert. I know it. You're the gourmet chef. I have no idea. You can give me mac and cheese. I'll cook that because it's really easy to do. But other than that, like other than that, like I'm ordering out. I promise you. What?
Can you do tacos?
Tacos? No, not really. I mean, I can assemble them once the ground beef,
Ingredients are on the
once everything has been diced and cut and the whole nine, I'll put the lettuce and the sour cream and all that good stuff. But no, I'm unable to make. I'm sorry. I know my strengths. I can whip out my wallet and buy you the best meal.
So I can
That's
buy
my strength.
tacos.
Yeah, anytime. But I tell you, I like in the last, like I said, 2 months, we've probably half of the month we've gone out like to eat, and you know, like she wants to cook, so you know, I enjoy that, and I know a lot of people enjoy that. I know a lot of people. Listen, all right, to get to where you want, there's no real secret in life, right? All right, let's talk law of attraction here for a moment. There is no secret to getting what you want. It's literally hard work, determination, and literally will to continue to go no matter what challenges arise, right?
Yep.
So
You gotta pay the price.
so yeah, you have to pay the price. Everyone has to pay the price. So the real key to success is focus. Because if you can focus on those dreams and those goals, then you can identify what your steps are that you need to take towards those dreams and goals. And so as your day goes on, for example, let's say you work a 9 to 5, then you come home. If you don't have someone who can help with the cooking, the cleaning, you know, with the small things, then you have to do them. And if you have to do them, then what ends up happening is your focus is then taken away from your goals, your dreams, and is now going towards, you know, vacuuming or, you know, dusting or cleaning the bathroom or cooking a meal, you know, attempting to figure out how to make a pizza other than pop one in the oven, you know. If you have to focus on all those things, it's the reason why, I'll tell you, it's the reason why Mark Zuckerberg wears the same shirt nearly every day. Okay. The more decisions you have to make, okay, the less likely you are to make the right decision, and also the less computing power you have in your mind to make the next decision. So as brilliant men and women, right, you know, it's important to be able to have that other half that can support you in the everyday things, so you can focus on the things that are necessary to achieving your dreams and your goals. And so, like, there really is a co-creation, as you said, and a bond. You know, I mean, that's the bond that you accept. You know, I do. When you said I do, you know, on your wedding night or day, you know, you accepted that contract. You accepted the energies to be synced. You accepted, you know, that, you know, you are a partnership. And so with that partnership, you can either, you know, fail, as a lot of people do in today's world, or you can, you know, succeed and thrive. And I've seen some of the most successful couples are ones who do business together, or who do things together, not just business, but like their lives are intertwined, you know?
The captain can't steer the ship and then clean the ship at the same time. Like,
It's the truth. It's the truth.
staff.
Exactly, you know, and that's not to say that your wife or your husband is a staff member. We're not saying that. What we're simply saying is that, you know, or at least what I'm saying, I know Kissy's saying it too, but you know, what we're saying is that, you know, people need to understand that when we go back to this whole topic of $2 million a month for Dr. Dre's ex, you know, we really don't know what she went through and what her reasoning for the 2 million is. I personally want to know what her calculation is to get to 2 million, but aside from my own personal opinion, I do believe she's done so much and she's such a huge part of Dr. Dre's legacy that she does deserve something. And not just like pennies. She clearly deserves millions of dollars because they built an empire worth, I believe Dr. Dre is worth like $700 million. You should get on your almighty Google iPhone there and look that up real quick. But I'm pretty sure Dr. Dre is worth like $700 million or something. You know, to think he did all of that on his own.
Probably off by 100 million. That's all. He's worth $800 million.
All right, well, look, you know, I mean, if this was The Price is Right, I'm still under, which means I haven't been eliminated and we're good to go. So, you know, I mean, 700, 800 at that point, you know, the guy's about to be a billionaire. So, you know, I guess now when you look at the 24 million that that his ex-wife is asking for in comparison to an $800 million fortune,
It's nothing. It's
it,
like
it,
that.
it it really is nothing when you think about it. Especially if the prenup still stands, she's probably not getting much of that 800 million in terms of assets after the divorce. So, you know, maybe
Talking net worth, not like cash and liquid too. But I think what's really important is that basically we know she helped because nobody can do anything by themselves. We were not created as humans to do anything by ourselves, and all of these empires take help. And just getting people to understand that empires take help, period. And if you have a mate that's there for you, consistent, is providing your needs so that you can stay focused on your genius zone, like that's more helpful than most people realize. And I think
yep.
Jeff Bezos, like I just love Bezos. Like you can't say anything about Bezos. It's really hard for me to hear because I thought that was just so dope that he went on ahead and just gave that woman that money. And it's like,
He did also cheat on her.
right, he did. But most men cheat on a woman and pretend like they haven't broken her heart. They don't care. They just keep on moving. So he was kind of righteous in the divorce settlement, because every man is standing in line to date Bezos' ex-wife. Now, who doesn't want to date her? Like,
That's
we
true.
don't even have to know how she looks, okay? Men want to date her just off that alone, okay?
Right, off the fact that she was married to Jeff Bezos. I mean, you know, the amount of information you could probably learn from her. I mean, I'm sure she is just as brilliant as Bezos if you really get down to the nitty-gritty.
So you know she's smart.
Yeah, you absolutely know she's smart. 100. Yeah, I think Jeff Bezos is a great guy. I mean, yeah, he did cheat. That was just definitely unloyal and uncalled for. But yeah, I mean, she's wealthy right now, and she's just well off and doing her own thing. So I mean, you know, they built the empire Amazon together. I know that for a fact. I think I was reading some stuff back when the whole divorce thing was happening, about her involvement and how she really pushed Bezos and supported him enough. Financially as well in the first first bits of Amazon before Amazon went public and life changed for the Bezos. So I mean, she deserves every billion she has, period, end of story. And so same thing goes with Nicole and Dr. Dre's ex-wife. I'm positive she deserves quite a bit because she helped him, and
Ladies, we found a man who agrees that a woman is worth something.
I mean, I just believe a partner is worth something. So, I mean, whether that's a man or a woman or your freaking dog, I mean, if the dog helps you to become a billionaire, hey, man, that dog should be worth something too, right?
They do. Dogs are man's best friend, for real.
Exactly. So, I mean, I value loyalty, I'm an entrepreneur myself, so I know how important it is to have that right partner, that person that is going to do the other side of the coin that you don't want to do. You don't want to deal with those things. You don't want to do this. You want to focus on what you love the most. And, the perfect partnership is finding someone who is strong in what you're weak in and is weak in what you're strong in.
I have nothing else to say. We can
Well,
move to
then,
the next
yeah,
topic.
let's go to the next topic then. So we are now going to talk about Dax Shepard. So